This plan with WestinHomes has cathedral-style ceilings in the living room, and it even has an option for a standalone yoga studio or gym. You'll want to stick around for this one. Hey everyone, Raj Sahu here, realtor in Central Texas, back with another model home walkthrough. Today we're going through the Rowan plan with WestinHomes. This plan is over 3,700 square feet. That's the option for that standalone yoga studio or gym. And then this plan does have 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, has a 2-car garage, and has this amazing grand entrance when you first walk in, where you have this spiral staircase going up to the second floor. You have this amazing light fixture with this circular design, which I think is fantastic. Really gives you the option to hang your own fixture, a chandelier that you really like, but it gives you that entrance that I think a lot of people are looking for in their forever home. And then this is one of my favorite parts of this plan, the cathedral style ceilings. And I'm so excited to see this as a model home. I've walked this plan so many times while I was under construction, and it's so tough to visualize when everything's a mess and kind of workers are going in and out of the home constantly. By the way, we were just looking at a Butlers Pantry. It's like a serving area off this main living room. We will come back to all this. I'll keep looking up at the ceiling to give you multiple angles. My goal is by the end of this video, you'll feel like you've lived in this living room for a little while and actually experienced it just from your phone or your computer. Let's start off with the kitchen, which I think is the focal point here. I think when you first walk in, the cathedral style ceilings hit you, and then you see these fantastic upgrades on the left side of this kitchen. Your eyes get drawn to this beautiful kitchen island where you see some veins running through it. They have some great light fixtures they chose, and then I think this vent hood is fantastic, where there's a different color here, so it provides that contrast that I think this kitchen needed, and everything flows really well. This is one of my favorite parts too. Take a look at the view from the kitchen island. You might be imagining entertaining friends and family, and everybody's just in this large room. I'm imagining doing the dishes here for some reason and just seeing a ball game playing on a TV where that picture is above the fireplace. Let me know what you're imagining in the comment section. I think you can use this room for so many things, being it has dining, kitchen, and living room all in one area. Of course, this is the pantry area. Fairly typical, I would say, for this amount of square footage. And then that would be access to your garage. So that's why they have this mud bench here. And while we're looking at this bench, I'll say this is probably one of the underrated areas in the house. A lot of people don't plan for this, and if their access to their garage goes right into the kitchen or right into a room, it's a little bit awkward. You can't, especially if you have kids or people kind of coming in and out from the garage, it starts to get very messy around that area. So having a separate room, I think, is great for that. And then you have laundry on this side, and there is access to the owner's closet. Now, I'm not going to actually go in the owner's closet. I'm just going to close this door, and then I'll call out that door when we go in through the owner's bedroom, bathroom, and then into that owner's closet. Okay, let's move on to the dining area. And then, as we mentioned before, they just have the kitchen, dining, living room all back to back to back. And I'm finding this style of plan is becoming more and more popular, simply because if you're somebody who does not use your formal dining room as much, then you don't value that square footage being in a separate area. It's really nice to have that combined in with your living room and kitchen, just so that if you're not using it, you can still have it around when you're in your kitchen, living room. It just makes that space feel so much bigger. And then this is that Butlers Pantry we talked about, perfect for parties and putting out food there in that area, drinks, of course. This plan is definitely set up for an entertainer, somebody who loves having people over. I'm imagining like a Super Bowl party, TV above that fireplace, and I think you could easily fit 30, 40 people in here. And then opening up those sliding glass doors and then heading outside, which we'll do here in a second, then you can have a lot more people over. And to give you the full experience, I'm going to take a seat to kind of show you this. I love how this is centered on the wall, and then you have these floating shelves and cabinets on either side. Sometimes fireplaces can make living rooms a little bit awkward where the TV gets put over to the side, a little bit away from the couches, but I like the symmetry that's in here. And I like also this, a game room is upstairs, and sometimes you just need to shout to somebody upstairs and you don't want to go to the stairwell, you're in the kitchen, living room. I like that they have like a little bit of a nook area with a little bit of railing just so you can kind of shout upstairs. And if you're somebody who cooks a lot, you know exactly what I mean, where you got to shout at the end that food's ready. It's nice to have that nook. Let's head outside. I love these sliding glass doors. I have so many clients that are building homes now, and sometimes the priority when building becomes, how do I get this sliding glass door in my budget? And that becomes a bit of a game that we have to play, breaking out an Excel sheet and trying to put together all the numbers. In my opinion, if you have a lot like this, it makes a lot of sense. For this specific lot, being that it's a model home, it actually backs up to the main road. So I think the size is good. I love this patio area with the fireplace to the side. If you do see a lot of cars passing by, it's because this is pretty much at the entrance of this section of the neighborhood. And this neighborhood that we're in is called Santa Rita Ranch. It is one of the best neighborhoods in Liberty Hill, Texas. That's actually the middle school in the back, if you could see it on the back right with all those lights. So they have on-site schools in a couple of their sections in their community. They're building, I believe, 10,000 homes based on their last announcement. So there are lots of options, lots of great builders. And as this community continues to progress, I'm finding the developer rewards the great builders and provides a good incentive for these builders to keep making great plans and keep adding to these plans. And so a good example of that is this patio space on the Rowan. I think it's better than some of the other plans that are out there with their patios that might be a little bit smaller. So this is definitely an improvement that I've seen, which I think is fantastic. The yoga studio, which we'll see at the front of the home at the end of the video, that's another new addition that I haven't seen before that I think is fantastic for a lot of people that are looking to work out or just have a separate area away from the house where they can get away from the noise and not be in your garage where it's really hot in the summer. It's an air-conditioned room. These are the types of options I love seeing, and I think this neighborhood is shaping up to be one of the best neighborhoods in Austin. Moving along to the owner's bedroom and bathroom. I love the size of this owner's bedroom, and that tray ceiling is so cool. It's just asking for some sort of design element. By the way, there's a peel and stick company called Stickwood, S-T-I-K Wood. Just Google it, you'll find their site, and they have a peel and stick that you can just put up on walls or on ceilings. Very cool design element and very cost effective as well. And then I like the double doors heading into the owner's bathroom. I think the upgrades they chose here are fantastic. I love the window choice that they put here above the freestanding tub, where instead of just putting in standard window sizes, I like that unique look that they put in there in the owner's bathroom. And these are the touches that I think Westin does a great job with. And then, of course, the walk-in shower. Let me know what you think about this shower floor getting extended all the way up to the ceiling as an accent wall. I don't think I've seen that in many homes, and I thought that was very cool, hence why I opened the door to give you a look. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. I thought that was really interesting. And then hanging light fixtures instead of vanity lights. You got this round freestanding tub. I think now's a good time to say that this is a model home, so the upgrades tend to be above average compared to what most homeowners do in a community. So take all this with a grain of salt. Don't think that all these upgrades are included in the base price of a home or inventory homes that Westin's building. So definitely double check every single upgrade you see in here before you make a buying decision. And obviously work with a great realtor such as myself to go through this process and understand what you're getting with various builders. By the way, that's the door on the right side that would go to the laundry room, which I'll open up in a second. I do like this owner's closet. I think some of the built-ins in here might be model home specific. That's something I would have to clarify. Again, closet space and what they're doing has been improving with some communities over time. So they might provide a rack if you would like to put shoes in here or purses or something like that. But again, that's something that we'll have to double check. We're gonna move along to the rest of the first floor. On this first story, as you can tell, they have an owner's bedroom, bathroom. They have a second bedroom downstairs that has an in-suite full bathroom. So they have a separate powder bath on the first floor, as well as a study that's across the spiral staircase. So lots of great square footage on the first floor. And then I'm excited to show you that second floor. I love the flow of this plan, and then the upgrades that they chose in this specific model home is fantastic. I think if you took a picture of the various tiles that they have, flooring, countertops, it looks probably simple if you're just looking at the sample of each, but I think with the staging that you have in here and then different cool design elements, like take a look at the flooring in the powder bath. I thought this was so cool in a small square footage area. You can pick a little bit of a busier tile that looks super fun. And then all the light fixtures and everything that they've done in here, just absolutely fantastic. So kudos to Westin. I think they really knocked it out of the park in one of the newest model homes that they have in Texas. Now, we just saw the powder bathroom. This is going to be the storage under the stairwell. Also has a coat rack. But this is Texas. Not too many people will show up to your house with coats. And then this is going to be double doors into the study. Now, the desk is put in an area for the builder agents. I believe the builder agents in here is going to be moving in here soon. And then they have 2 chairs there because this is where, clients or realtors sit and speak with the builder. Point is, you can put your desk in any way you want. It doesn't have to be like the desk faces out to the doors, although I do think that's a pretty cool view of the spiral staircase, and you can kind of close those doors, get some privacy if you're on a phone call or a Zoom, but you can still see out. I think that that's very cool. And I'm gonna just keep looking up. I can't help myself. I love these open concept homes and these different things that they do with Westin, like that circular design. I've actually seen that in a lot of their inventory homes, which is great. And then tall ceilings everywhere, as you can tell. I like how they fit windows everywhere they can. Like you saw those unique windows in the owner's bathroom. You see some windows, 2 windows above the front door. And then even look at the windows here. I mean, this provides so much natural light when you're coming in. And I think this bedroom is asking for an accent wall like that, because even if I turn all the lights off, there's so much natural light coming in from all those windows. And this is perfect for your second bedroom downstairs. So I find a lot of buyers looking out for parents, elderly folks who are staying with them that they don't want going up and down the steps. And so to have a bedroom that has an in-suite full bathroom, you don't necessarily have to do upgrades like this, like tiles up to the ceiling. I do think it looks great, but I think just having this bathroom in-suite, having, closet space, great windows that I keep talking about, these are things that you don't want to do aftermarket, right? So it's great to have it already in the plan. Okay, let's head upstairs. That was pretty much it for the first story. Very marketable, by the way, for resale. 2 bedrooms downstairs with a study. I think a lot of people have that in their criteria as a box that they really need to check for obvious reasons. A lot of people work from home, and then a lot of people are looking out for guests staying with them that they don't want going up and down the steps. And then this is what I love about 2-story plans. You get a look like this from the second floor down into the first floor. This is that Nook area I was talking about. That if you gotta yell and say that dinner's ready, you can do it right from the kitchen, and somebody upstairs, I'm sure, will hear you. Take a look at the windows too up there. That's pretty cool that they do that that high in the ceiling. Again, even if you don't have lights on, still brings in a good amount of light into that main living area. And then I like the staging in here. Nothing like a pool table to show you how long this room is. And the sliding doors, I haven't seen sliding doors like that in a little while. I thought that was pretty cool too. And then tray ceiling is great. That ceiling height makes a difference when you're on this second story. In terms of structural upgrades, usually the base plan just has the game room, but the media room is optional. And then they have this separate Nook area off of the game room for like a built-in desk, and I believe that would be another option as well. And keep in mind, these options change over time, but this is why they're showing it in the model home for now. I think that this is great, and it's what a lot of buyers are asking for. Instead of having a formal study upstairs and taking up square footage or using a spare bedroom, it's nice to just kind of have a nook area where, if you need a desk area for kids and they need to do schoolwork, you have that here. It's a little bit more private. Or if you work from home occasionally, but not always, where you need a separate room, it's great to have that separate nook area. And I am seeing some builders start to offer that. It's called a pocket office. I've been seeing it often in a lot of new plans or adding it to existing plans, and great option to have. And then this is a look at the media room. It's a big couch to fit in this media room, but I think they pull it off well, and I love these media room upgrades because a lot of times what people tell me when they don't have a media room is they don't have an area upstairs where if somebody's playing upstairs or is loud or playing video games or watching TV, it's not in an enclosed space. You can kind of hear it throughout the house because the houses are very open concept in this modern area that we're building. And so that's where the media room comes into play. You can shut the doors here. Of course, you might be able to hear outside of it, but it's much more soundproof than an open game room. And I would say with this game room, it's pretty much open to the stairwell. I showed you that nook area a couple times. So sound will get out, but in the media room, again, much more enclosed. Nice to have that option of a private space. And I'm just going to keep showing this circular design of this ceiling because it's beautiful. And really the entrance when you first walk in, that's why I take some time to kind of scan around the room because it's my best way of being your eyes, but when you see it in person, there is nothing like it. It's hard to compare because when you just look up and you see all these different great design elements, it's so open concept, it feels so grand. I do feel like this is a great forever home type of option, especially when you look at the amount of rooms that are in here. It usually checks a lot of boxes that many buyers have. So we showed 2 bedrooms downstairs. Upstairs, we have 2 bedrooms split by a full bathroom, which we'll head into here. They have it as a Jack and Jill. And being that this is the only bathroom upstairs, they do have a separate way to get in, which is that door. So instead of going through the bedroom, if you have guests over, they can just access this bathroom through this door right from the hallway. And then while we go through this bathroom and then the other bedroom that's through this bathroom, I want to take this time to mention that at the time of this posting of this video, Westin is still doing a lot of inventory homes. I am hopeful that they bring back building from scratch so that clients can pick a lot of their upgrades. I think that's a big need in the market that's finally being met with, builders starting to open back up to be built options. I just don't know when that will happen. But what I do know is supply chain is getting a little bit better. There were issues with inventory homes across a lot of builders where they would get half of the flooring on the first floor and then the flooring would just never come. And the home would sit for 2-3 months without any flooring. And through this window, by the way, is the model home park in Santa Rita Ranch. And these homes finish much faster. And it's because I think supply chain, it still has its issues, but I'm not hearing that story of flooring gets discontinued and we waited 2 to 3 months for it or something like that. It's becoming less and less of an issue, and that's great news if you are looking to build, because there's a lot more options on market now. That supply chain's a little bit better. Lumber prices have finally calmed down and dropped, and for some reason is not included in all the inflation issues that we've had. And builders are feeling a little bit more confident, I would say, to make a lot of sales. Before, they didn't want to do that because prices were all over the place, but now they finally are bringing back a lot of options. Now, I know we're heading out of the front door. I do want to show you that yoga studio. I think this is such a cool option just because a lot of people who work out from home just want to get a quick workout in on the treadmill or do some weights. The problem is where do you do that? We don't have basements here in Texas for the most part, so you end up trying to do it on the second story, which can get a little bit loud sometimes if you're jumping up and down, or again, a treadmill can be a little bit loud. It's nice to do it on the first floor, so a lot of people end up trying to do it in the garage where they're next to storage for bikes and different things that you try to keep in the garage. And so I always find there's a big compromise there. This is the perfect solution for not making a compromise and just putting it in your front yard you're not really compromising too much in this area, right? Because you still have your driveway, you're still fine. Backyard space maybe is a different story, but having it here I think is fantastic. So if you like this Westin model home and want to see another one, click on the thumbnail that's appeared on your screen. And then if you are looking at real estate in the Central Texas or other areas, reach out to me. If I can't help you, I'll find you a great realtor. And as always, hope this helps. Take care.